I am taking you guys inside the Monroe house in Hartford City, Indiana. I'm not really sure why this place is haunted. I figured it would be a great thing to come here alone. Is there anybody down here? It's kind of weird being in this house alone because this house is pretty creepy. Hello?
Follow me.
People have experienced some really bad things here. Do you remember me?
Paranormal encounters.
What? I'm Connor Biddle. As a young boy, my family moved into a seemingly ordinary house. It held secrets beyond imagination. It was there that I first encountered the supernatural, an experience that would stay with me for a lifetime. From that moment on, my fascination with the paranormal was born. Over the years, I've dedicated myself to capturing the unexplained on camera. It's lighting up. Yeah. Awesome. Join me as I spend the night in places where the lines between our world and the unknown blur, aiming to document every chilling encounter. Do you want me to come back there?
Yes.
Oh my God. If you're ready, it's time to spend the night with me inside some of the most haunted locations across the country. Welcome to my paranormal encounters. Welcome back to this channel, guys. My name is Connor, and on tonight's episode, I am taking you guys inside the Monroe house in Hartford City, Indiana. Now, Bravin couldn't make it to this episode. He had some work obligations, but he will be back for next week's episode, and we are traveling to a really scary place with a special guest, and I can't wait for you guys to see that where we're going. You guys are probably wondering why it's daytime here. A lot of you have reached out to me on YouTube asking me why I don't film investigations during the day, and here I am. I believe paranormal activity can happen in the day and at night. It's not like ghosts decide to come out at certain times of the night. I have had a lot of experiences where things have happened to me during the daytime. Actually, I've witnessed seeing an apparition, my first apparition of a little girl during the daytime when I was filming at a poor farm in Scotch Grove, Iowa. Now, this place is called the alleged demon house. A lot of YouTubers come here and say there are demons here, that there are dark entities here. And I don't truly know why. There's a lot of Ouija boards and stuff that goes on in here, and people have been scratched. People have experienced some really bad things here. And the last time I was here, I did have a really creepy experience on GhostTube. I had some stuff come through when we were playing around with the Ouija board table upstairs on the second floor. Now, it is a really creepy place, but I think it's just mostly the lore that's behind it. There was a paranormal investigator named Nick Groff, who used to be on the show Ghost Adventures, who came here with his own show, and they found human remains in the basement. There was a little boy, I think the bones are over 100 years old, and they're also said to be unmarked graves here in the yard of the Monroe house. I'm not really sure why this place is haunted. I figured it would be a great thing to come here alone and try to see if more paranormal activity can happen while you're alone. I truly believe that you're more susceptible to paranormal activity when you are alone and in a place exploring it, because you have less contamination from people talking or any other noises, and it's easier to pinpoint what exactly is going on. Now, before we get into this episode, please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel. We are so close to 70,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, smash that like button right down there underneath this video, and comment down below if you see or hear anything I might have missed. Now, if you're ready, let's get inside the Monroe house. Now, we are inside the Monroe house, and I just got here. So right now I'm in the kitchen, and we're going to start in the back before we go upstairs. Down in the basement is where they captured real human remains. Down in the basement is where they actually had real human remains. Look at these creepy dolls right here. Look at that. Ouija boards are everywhere in this house. If there's anybody here, my name is Connor. I'm not sure if you remember me, but I was here about a year-ish ago, and I had a really weird experience here. It's kind of weird being in this house alone because this house is pretty creepy. Some of the air conditioners are on here. And it might be a little loud. Hopefully it's not. But this is different. They made a theater room in here. There was no theater room here last time I was here. This is a new wall that was put in here. Is there anybody here? We got lots of Ouija boards here in the house. I'm gonna take you guys to the basement where they found real human remains at. There's a crawl space where the bones, I think, are still at. More Ouija boards back there. I don't know. Okay, so this is the basement door right here, and I'm kind of freaked out to actually open this up and go down there. I don't know. The basement. It's always the basements. In every place we go to, everything that's haunted is always the basement, right? Why is the basement always haunted? Or why is the basement always creepy? I hate the basement. We're gonna go in the basement. It's like a door to a horror film or something like that. Oh my God. The creak of it. You've just got the, can't even see this probably on the camera, the basement itself. Let's go down there with no lights. How about that? Well, lights on the camera, but we're not going to turn on the basement light. Last time I was here too, by the way, there were some big freaking spiders here. So I swear to God, if I see a spider, I'm going to freak out. Because they were huge here last time I was here. Is there anybody down here? I hate basements. Hello? Basements are freaking creepy, dude. Now, right here is a crawl space. This is where the human remains should be at still. At least last time I was here, they were in there. So I'm actually gonna take the camera and put it in there and show you guys the human remains. And they should be behind plexiglass or glass or something like that. So let's see how this looks. All right, here we go. Well, no, let's see. Yes, they should be back there somewhere. I don't want to stick my arm in there and freaking a spider touches me because I will freaking freak out. So let's go upstairs to the second floor. I'll show you guys the second floor. That's where I had a lot of my experiences at the last time I was here. And it was really freaking unsettling. Let's go check that out. Is there anybody here? I don't know if you remember me from the last time I was here, but my name is Connor. When I say my heart is pounding, my heart is pounding. Is anybody here? Okay, I'm gonna leave the door open just in case something happens and I run. All right, let's go to that room I had this weird experience at last time I was here. Look at this room right here. Oh, Jesus. Who puts this here? Oh my God. Oh my God, I walked in here, oh geez, I lost my crap here. Look at this place right here. You got some freaking dolls over here. That one right there, that one's really unsettling to look at. More dolls. More creepy dolls. Look at that freaking doll right there. That was creepy. More Ouija boards. I don't even know how many is in here now. I got a freaking dinosaur. Look at that. Now this is the table I used last time I was here. And I was on this side and had Ghost Tube running. And basically doing the Ouija board with the previous person who was on this channel. And had an experience with Ghost Tube and Seer. Seer drew really, really unsettling in the face. the last time I was here. I can't remember exactly what I asked, but something along the lines of what do you look like or something like that. And that's what it showed me. Show you guys some more stuff through this floor. Now I know people have caught, I think, like a baby crying or something here maybe? I don't know, but there used to be like a baby stroller, I think, last time I was here, over here. I want to say. I know a man's voice was captured through this EVP in this bathroom. And you just got this room, just really open. It's an open room. There isn't really much in here. I think theater seats of some sort. Not sure what they're doing with that unless they're putting that downstairs in the theater room. But why don't we start off by bringing out a little bit of some devices here. Why don't we bring out the music box and the bell and try the bell. Brad and I just used the dead bell at the Bell Mansion and it kept going off, but you know, it goes off by EMF. So it could have some relation to like the REM pod. So it'd be kind of interesting to see if it goes off as much as it did there as it does here. So it'd be kind of interesting to play with. It's still a new piece of device. Some people are iffy about it. I always like to try to explore and test out new pieces of equipment and see how well they interact at different places. So let's get the music box and get some interactive devices and set up upstairs in that room with the dolls and the Ouija board table where I had to experience that last time and see what we get. Let's try it out. Okay. So I just set up the Paranormal music box. Music box is now calibrated. So anything that comes in the room should trigger that to go off. I've got cat balls all over the room, some over here, over there, on the table, the chairs, the floor. We've even got the dead bell over here on the Ouija board table. So if anybody comes in this room or wants to interact, it should hopefully set something off in here. All right, calling out to the spirits of the Monroe house. My name is Connor, and I know you might remember me from the last time I was here. If you're here, can you please come in this room on the second floor? I'm also going to bring out the epoch, the yes or no device. We're going to set that up right here, right next to the music box. All right, if there's any spirits here, my name is Connor. The bell just went off. Not sure yet. We're still using that new device to make sure if that's really paranormal. Can't say that just yet. We're going to need some more things to go off to help correspond and back up that going off. But we should have lower EMF here than being in a big city like Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you're the one that just set that bell off right there next to me, can you light that up green for me, please? Green means yes and red means no. I would greatly appreciate that. Or you could come into this room and make that device on the floor that we call Paranormal music box go off and let me see you come in here. That's a loud car that's going on outside. Is there anybody here? Do you remember me? The cat ball is going off. I see that. I'm standing completely still. Thank you for making that cat ball go off. Can you make that music box go off now, please? Thank you for doing that. If you can't make the music box go off, can you make the cat ball go off again? That was pretty cool. There's fire alarms or whatever going on outside right now, by the way, if you can hear that in the audio. Can you make any of these other devices in this room go off? Please? You can come in here and sit down on one of these chairs where the cat balls are sitting. Not sure if epoch is getting picked up. It is getting picked up from that camera. Cool. You can come over here to sit down in this chair or that chair or that chair over there. I would really appreciate that if you could do that. Do you like it that I'm here? Yes. Thank you. I like it that I'm here too. Do you remember me? I was in this room many years ago. The bell just went off as I was walking. Did you set the bell off? I did ask you if you could set off any other devices in here. Can you answer green on that device for yes if you came in here and set off the other device? Did you make the bell go off? Let's set the camera down right here. Camera can see this. Cool. Okay. So make sure I'm covered by all angles right now. We only got 3 cameras going, one on my chest and these 2 right next to me. Can you come in the room and make this music box go off like this? Can you do that for me, please? I just want to talk to you or talk to whoever is in here. People say there are demons here or dark spirits. Is that true? I'm just trying to understand why people say that. I'm not sure what to ask you because you said you like it that I'm here, but I'm trying to make a conversation. I just want to see what I can ask you. We're going to pull out GhostTube, guys. The last time that I was here, I used GhostTube and Seer, and it gave me some really weird, unsettling results. I'm not going to be using this so much anymore here on Paranormal Encounters, but today I feel like is a good time because I had some really unsettling experiences the last time I was here using GhostTube and Seer, made by our friends at Amy's Crypt on YouTube. So we're going to pull out GhostTube real quick here. Syncing the audio, Monroe house. Here we go, we're running GhostTube right now. I'm going to set this down on this table where it was at last time, and you can use that to say words or ask me questions so we can have sort of a conversation. There's lots of devices going on in here in this room that are on that you can use to talk and communicate with me. Who are you?
Did.
You did. I appreciate you using the device in here. You used the cat ball and you used the epoch device. I know you did. Could you keep doing it for me, please? I want to help validate that there is someone here. Can you tell me your name?
Whiskey.
Whiskey. Not sure if that's environmental noise.
Pagan.
Do you think what I'm doing is like paganism? Where I'm trying to communicate with...
He told me.
No? Okay. I was wanting to know if you thought this was paganism. If what you just said, if this was you that said, he told me, who told you what? Thank you for communicating with me so far. I really appreciate it.
I need to go.
What? Why? Where do you need to go where? I thought we were just having a conversation. We just started having a conversation. Before you go, can you make this bell go off that's right next to it? Like, as an indication that you're leaving?
Follow me.
Follow you where? I need to go and follow me. Where do you want me to follow you to? Tell me what room. Do you want me to go to the basement? I hope you don't say green on that device over there. I mean, I do, but damn. Can you light that up green if you're in the basement? Why do I always? I'm not gonna, I don't know what to say. Wow. Okay. I guess I'm going to the basement. Coincidence or not, it just sits there and doesn't light up.
Stephen.
Is this a name now? Okay. I'm gonna follow you to the basement.
What do I do?
No. I'm confused here. That is a long no. Okay, I'm confused now. I don't know if I'm supposed to follow you to the basement or not. You're telling me, what do you do? Are you a different spirit? Is this Steven that's talking to me right now? Thank you for making that go off. Okay, that has been sitting there quiet for a while. And I did ask if that's an indication if you're leaving. Okay.
To your right.
Are you standing to my right? Can you light that up green right there if you're over here? When I tell you my heart is pounding, it is pounding like crazy. I'm gonna have to change the battery in this lavalier. Okay, if you're standing to my right over here, I'm gonna go downstairs to the basement like somebody asked me to, whether it was Steven or someone else. If you're up here, you can follow me to the basement to keep talking to me. Okay, I did not want to go.
Guide.
You're going to guide me to the basement? Is that what you're basically saying? I'm going to start collecting these cat balls. My microphone right here is dying, and I don't want it to cut off on me while I'm filming up here. We're going to stop rolling on GhostTube over here, and we're going to basically collect our stuff and go to the basement, I guess. This is not what really what I want to do, but we will do it anyways. Here we go. Okay, so I am now in the basement. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run natural light for this camera I'm holding. I also have a static camera right here. We have a REM pod on the staircase. We've got a paranormal music box right down here. And right here in the crawl space where they found human remains and where the human remains are at, I have the paranormal epoch. So if this guy's name is Steve or whatever, I have followed this person down the basement. They have told me they wanted me to go in the basement. Sometimes I feel like the ghosts are just messing with me and want to have a good laugh. So now I'm down here in the basement. I'm going to go up the stairs here and shut off the light. And we're going to see if anybody followed me down here, or if there's any spirits down here that want to talk, or even possibly whoever owns those human remains. I'm gonna flip on these devices real quick here, the REM pod first. Turn on this REM pod. We're gonna turn on the epoch. I'm gonna go up the stairs real quick here to turn off this light. Now last but not least, we're going to turn on the music box. So if anybody does come down here, then we should see them through the music box. It's gonna calibrate. There we go. Wait. It's picking something up over there. Hold on, we gotta reset this again. Hold on, that can't be right. Okay. Let that calibrate, stay away from it. It's detecting something right in front of the music box. Is there somebody down here with me already? Hang on, we need to move this. For some reason it's picking up something, making it go off. So we're gonna sit at this angle right here, just facing that way. We just turn it on to calibrate again. See if that works. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Okay. Now I'm in the basement. Everything is on. We've got the epoch over there, the yes or no device, and the hole where there's been human remains found. We've got a REM pod on. Now what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna turn off all the lights. I'm gonna be in this basement alone. And I'm gonna turn on the IR to this camera. My name is Connor. I'm in the basement now. I've got a music box right here in the floor, a REM pod on the stairs. So if you come up or down the stairs, I can see you. Then if you come my way, I can see over here. And then in that hole over there in the wall where they found human remains, I got a yes or no device. If there's anybody down here with me, I've come into the basement now. I was asked to come down here in the basement upstairs when I was on the second floor. Trying to figure out why you want me down here now. Can you make one of these devices go off down here? Can you do that for me? You know, I got my back facing this freaking tunnel freaking thing. I am gonna stand up though. What was that? Was that you? I just heard something down here. Hello? I tell you that the hairs on my arm are standing up right now, they freaking are. I'm really freaked out to be down here in the basement. I don't like the basement. Jesus, I hate this. If there's somebody down here, can you make one of these devices go off, please? Is your name Steve? My name is Connor, if you don't know who I am, if I was talking to a different spirit. My hands are like so shaky right now. Okay, just take a breath. Is there anybody in the basement with me right now? So guys, I just want to make this very clear that this is what I'm seeing right now. See me on the IR over here? I can't see myself. Here's my camera where I'm looking at. This is me. I can't see anything. So that's how dark it is down here. And it's pretty freaking terrifying right now. Also, for me doing this basement alone, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? Just please subscribe, okay? I am down in this basement at this alleged demon house by myself. No one else is in this building. So I feel like I deserve a thumbs up. and subscribe, please. Do you think it's dumb that people come here and try to film their experiences? Do you think it's stupid? No? Okay, good. I think people just want to come here to try to get answers of what happens when we die from our physical form. Too many people say there's demons and dark entities and all that stuff like that. I'm sure that probably gets old and tiring. Can you do me a favor and walk in front of this music box for me, please? Or set off that REM pod that's on the stairs right there. Can you do that for me, please? I just want to see some of these lights go off so I know that there's someone else down here with me. Do you want me to take Ghost Tube back out so I can hear your voice? Or you can ask me questions? Can you light that up green for yes and red for no? Yes? Okay. So I've taken Ghost Tube back out. It answered yes. I'm just doing what the spirits want me to do. All right, I've taken Ghost Tube back out and I've followed whoever down here. You've guided me to the basement. You said guide upstairs. You said your name. No? I don't understand what that means. I'm just saying, I'm stating a fact, not a question.
Mad.
Mad? Am I making you mad?
Over here.
Where? Oh boy. Over where? God, the hair on my arm is standing up like crazy right now. I'm making you mad? I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm just trying to talk to you. I don't know if that's okay, but can you tell me why I'm making you mad? Heard something over here. Can you tell me on the epoch?
Backward.
Backward. Are you behind me? I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm like shaking holding this camera. This is terrifying. Can you answer yes or no on that epoch device right there if you're behind me? Can you help validate that you're using this device next to me, this Ghost Tube? Can you answer yes if you're behind me and no, red for no? Why don't you set off the music box if you're in here with me?
Paranormal encounters.
What? Okay, you can program words to Ghost Tube? Yes? That is crazy. Look at that. That's crazy. You can program words to Ghost Tube and it assigns a random number to it. I've never heard paranormal encounters come through Ghost Tube. Thank you. Yes, this is Paranormal Encounters. This is kind of cool, actually. I don't know if you guys believe it, but I'm telling you the honest God truth. I'm being seriously transparent. I would never fake a single thing for this YouTube channel, but that is freaking crazy that that thing said Paranormal Encounters, a random word in the 1250 words or whatever that's in the dictionary, for it to say that.
39.
There's not 39 words. I'll have to show you guys this line. There's not 39 words in there. When I get done recording, because I'm recording my session right now in GhostTube, when it gets done recording, I'll stop the recording and I'll show you what it said. You didn't stop the recording. It's this spirit down here seems a little sassy. Do you like Paranormal Encounters? Do you think people should subscribe to this YouTube channel and follow my paranormal journey with Bravin? Can you light that up green for yes and red for no on the epoch device? Amy. Amy's the one that built this.
Maybe.
Maybe. Amy's the one that built this app, but that, and with her husband Jared. But that's funny. It just said maybe after I asked if you could tell people to subscribe. Can you please light that up green? I think people would find that funny if you said yes to subscribe. That'd help me come back here more.
Uncomfortable.
Oh, never mind then. Uncomfortable. This is funny. Thank you for communicating with me down here. I've never heard paranormal encounters come through GhostTube. That is really cool. Do you remember who I am? Who are you? Do I know you?
It's not easy.
What's not easy? Communicating with me? Do you remember me using GhostTube Seer, the one that drew images last time? You showed me it.
This is strange.
You're telling me this is strange? I'm sorry. This is the only way I could communicate with you. Do you remember me using a device called GhostTube Seer last time and you drew me images? Can you light that up green for yes, red for no? Yes. That's a long yes. Thank you for using that. Do you want me to bring that device back out so you can draw me an image while I'm down here in the basement? If you make the REM pod or the music box...
I was a patient.
You were a patient. I don't know if this place was anything with a hospital of any sort, but I don't know what that means. If you light up the REM pod or the music box, that'll let me know you want me to use GhostTube Seer, the one that draws images. Can you do that for me, please? If you're not going to be able to use the music box or the REM pod that's on the stairs, if you want me to use GhostTube Seer, the one that draws images, can you light that up green on the Epoch device over there by the hole? Either you or somebody else has been using it. Green will tell me you want me to turn Seer on. You can draw me and show me what you look like. Can you do that? I really have a weird urge just to do it anyway because it's not answering me right now on any of these devices. The music box has not gone off. The REM pod has not gone off. The only thing that's gone off down here is GhostTube and Epoch. I know a lot of people are very skeptical of GhostTube. I'm not going to be using it so much going forward in the show. Like I said earlier, if I said this, unless I cut this up. Okay, actually, GhostTube told me don't. They don't want me to bring out Seer. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be using it so much going forward. A lot of people are very skeptical about the apps. I was only using it because my friends Amy and Jared from Amy's Crypt on YouTube made it. We're going to stop GhostTube. So this is how many preloaded words are in it. 1,009 words. It's not 1,250. It's 1,009 words. And you can actually go into the books here, and it will tell you the words of what you have been given, and then customize. You can use different words. So this is what I've got: Connor, paranormal encounters, firefighter, brothel, get out, Trevette Clinic, I was a patient, I am following you, come play with me. Those are the only words that I have assigned into this dictionary book. So I have never seen paranormal encounters ever come through on this. So that was actually kind of crazy. We're going to end our session down here in the basement. Okay, so I just left the basement and I decided to come back upstairs to this room where I had the cap all go off. This is the Ouija board room. I have a camera in the hallway over there, and I've also set up the paranormal music box over here on the Ouija board table facing towards the camera. So if anybody comes in this room, I should be able to we'll see it for one, but we should also know that there's someone that came in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run an EVP session, and I'm gonna see if I can get a voice recording in here, because we did have some experiences in here with the epoch going off, and we also got experiences with the ghost tube as well as the cap hole. So we're going to run a voice recorder right now. Okay, I'm back upstairs. I just left the basement, and I'm now back in the Ouija boardroom. I've got a device on the table again. It's called the Paranormal Music Box. A lot of people, I'm sure, have brought that device here. That was a car noise that was going on outside. There is an orange light on this device where it'll let you speak to me, and I can hear you later. A lot of people say there are dark entities here. Can you tell me if that's true? If you can't speak into that orange light, that device right there, if you come in this room, you can make that music box go off for me, and that'll let me know that you're in here anyway. Could you do that for me, please? Could you come in this room? Someone said paranormal encounters on ghost tube in the basement. That is amazing. Can you tell me who said that? How many spirits are here at the Monroe house? Whose remains are here at the Monroe house? Human bones have been found. Can you tell me who those belong to? Are you here? Where are you? Do you like it when people play with the Ouija boards here? Is that the best way to communicate with you here? Okay, I'm ending this session. Is there anything that you want to say before I go? Okay, I'm going to stop the voice recorder right now. I'm moving towards the voice recorder. Stopping the voice recorder. I know that this is going to be a little disappointing for me to say this, but I'm probably going to conclude filming here. I just wanted to come here during the daytime just to prove to people that paranormal activity can happen during the daytime, that you don't need it to be nighttime. Look, it's still daytime outside. It's still in the middle of the daytime. I only wanted to come here for a few hours and just prove a point that paranormal activity does not always happen at nighttime. That can happen anytime. So with that said, I'm going to conclude this episode here at the Monroe house. I know that this week is not a long episode, and I was already planning for it not to be a long episode. I just wanted to give you guys at least some kind of content until next week when Bravin can be in the episode here. He would be here today. That is me setting off the music box. That was funny. He would have been here if he didn't have like a work obligation he had to do. So next week we are traveling to a very, very scary place. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss where we are going, and it is literally spooky, very, very spooky, and I can't wait for you guys to see where him and I are going. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. If you like this video, please smash that like button. If you heard or seen anything here, or what is your thoughts about the Monroe house? Do you think there's actually demons here? Do you like it when I go to places alone? Comment that down below on the video and let me know what you think. We have new merch. The link for that is in the video description down below. Grab yourself some Paranormal Encounters swag, okay? I know I told you guys in the last episode that we were doing a giveaway. We have to push it out for at least one more week until next week, okay? You still have time to enter, so if you do want to enter for that, leave hashtag Paranormal Encounters in the video comments to be entered. You can leave that here, and we will do a drawing next week for 2 people, not just one. We're going to give you guys 2 opportunities. One person will win, another person will win, okay? With that said, guys, I appreciate you. I love every one of you. I appreciate you guys supporting this channel, and we will see you guys next week for another episode with Bravin and I at a very scary sanatorium. Probably shouldn't have said that. Have a good night, guys. See you soon.